What's up, YouTube? Your girl is wrecked. This reading is a weird one. If you've never been here before, hi, all that stuff. I'll get into that later. Anyways, just a short little blurb about this reading. I started channeling and reading about a couple hours before the Scorpio lunar eclipse that we had the other day. I read all the way through the eclipse, and then a few hours after the eclipse, I am a 13-degree Scorpio moon, and that is the degree that the eclipse was happening on. So I got real inspired, and you guys all have super long, hour-long readings. Please watch for all of your placements, because I put a lot of time and effort into these things. And just a warning, there's a very long intro before each sign's reading gets started. It will be the same on every sign, so you don't need to watch it multiple times, but please watch it one time, please, for several reasons. Mostly because I get into the Sabian symbols involved for the degrees of this eclipse. I also get into the astrology behind the eclipse. I also talk about the Scorpio Taurus nodes series of eclipses that this energy deals with. I also go through all 13 decks that I used in this reading, and yes, 13, that is correct. So watch it one time, all right? And then I'll put timestamps so you can skip it all the other times, because I know it's a lot. Anyways, please watch these. They're very important. And if you guys want to book a reading just like this one you're about to see for yourself, email me with the title Scorpio Eclipse Reading at ASouthernStrega@gmail.com. That's also in the description box. And I will be offering those for $50, all right? And that is like $25 off my normal hourly price, because these will be an hour long at least for each sign, okay? Love you guys so much. All right, let's get started with your reading. Oh, hey y'all, how you doing? Welcome to my channel. If you've never been here before, or if you have been here before, either way, you're in for a huge treat today. I am doing probably the longest and most important free reading I've ever done in the history of me reading tarot today. In honor of the crazy Scorpio lunar eclipse that we just had here. It's going on right now. I started these readings midnight, the night of the eclipse. I'm planning on doing them all through the witching hour and up until sunrise, all right? This is going to be an intense reading. I have 13 decks to celebrate the Scorpio energy of the death card, number 13, all right? A lot of them are oracles, and there are also 5 tarot decks, okay? 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, yep, 5. 5 tarot decks, 8 oracle decks, okay? If you don't want to hear my intro, there will be timestamps in the description box below where you can skip straight to your signs reading. I'm going to do a free extended on Southern Strega Studies, my other channel, so make sure that you are subscribed over there. I will provide that link in the description box below to that free extended. During that extended, I will give you the book reading, all right? See, because I've got all these oracle cards and these big information in here. This is all going to be intuitive today on the tarot channel. For the extra info for the book stuff, that will be your free extended. So definitely check that out to get a deeper meaning behind the cards that we pull today. So here is the order of how things are going to go. First, I'm going to show you all 13 decks that I have and the purpose of these decks and why I chose them. There's a method to my madness, all right? I'm going to give you a brief rundown of the Sabian symbols that I feel are important to this eclipse. And I am also going to give you a brief little astrological summary of this Taurus Scorpio eclipse node situation that's been going on since, end of 2021. And then after that, I'm going to do your readings, okay? So let's get to it. Let's start by looking at all these decks that I have and why I chose them. The first deck that we are going to be using is the Moonology deck, all right? It is a deck based on the cycles and the phases of the moon, okay? Because it's all just a phase, and this is one, and it's a very intense one, okay? After that, so that's going to determine what kind of phase the universe is seeing that you're in right now. So that's going to be a little general feeler for what's going on with you. After that, I'm going to use the Astrological Oracle to pull you a planetary energy as well as a zodiac energy. Also to gauge the overall general energies around you, working with you or against you right now, or that you might just need to be aware of. It also points to specific zodiac signs that you may or may not be dealing with, all right, or that you need to look out for, okay? After that, I have a deck I have not used yet. This is the only deck on the table that I have yet to use. It's brand new. I literally just did an unboxing for this deck on ASouthernStrega Studies. That link will be in the description box below, as well as links to the other decks that I'm using today that have been unboxed. I will also provide you with links to purchase all of these decks as well. Anyways, the third deck we'll be using is the Seasons of the Witch, the Beltane Oracle, all right? If you've watched my channel before, I have used the Seasons of the Witch Sabian Oracle and the Yule Oracle. I am obsessed with this deck, these decks, these artists, these people. I can't speak enough. So I'm excited to use this deck for the first time for you guys. We're using that one because Beltane is traditionally celebrated on May 1st, May Day, which is just had it, okay? So we are in the energy of Beltane right now. As a sort of short summary of what Beltane energy means, it's Empress energy. It's growing, it's self-care, it is love, it is sex, it is beauty, it is fruition, it's nurture, it's spring into summer energy. It happens right in between spring and summer. So your little seeds have already been planted, and now you have to be the Empress and tend to them to make sure that they can make it into the summer to thrive. That's the kind of energy we're working with. So I want to take a look at the Beltane Oracle and see what's going on there. All right, with that, since that's the energy that the universe is in right now, we work with the energies, okay? After the Beltane Oracle, we're going to take a look at this beautiful deck, the Universal Folk Oracle. I was born in West Virginia, in Appalachia, and raised in the South. But folk, my deal, all right? I'm using this deck specifically to get ancestral messages from your passed on loved ones. It is a universal folk oracle. The people in this deck are very varied and from all cultures and backgrounds. So I want to get an ancestral message from that. Following the folk oracle, we are going to jump into the Enchanted Map Oracle, okay? I want to pull some cards from here to see kind of what's on the road ahead for you, like where you're heading. And then I'm going to clarify those cards from the Enchanted Map with our next deck, which is the Wild Unknown Tarot. It is a beautiful nature-themed deck. So basically, I use the Unknown Tarot, what you don't see coming, what you don't know yet, to clarify what's up ahead on the path that you don't know what is on yet, okay? After that, I'm going to do what most people call a Celtic cross, but I call it a Slavic because I'm Italian and Slavic mostly, among a lot of other things. And I also kind of give different meanings to my positioning and things the way that I do my Celtic. So I'm going to do you a whole Celtic cross spread because that's what you guys know, but it's my Slavic cross, all right? Using the Santa Muerte Tarot, okay? Because this is a Scorpio eclipse. This is death energy. This is the saint of death, all right? Santa Muerte. We're going to pull the cross with the death cards, and then we're going to clarify it, all right, with the Ostara cards. Ostara is another, witchy season that basically culminates the beginning of spring. So it's death and rebirth. Get it? Scorpio energy. Death, rebirth. Death, rebirth. So this is the Ostara Tarot and what it looks like. It is a stunning deck. Beautiful. When we're done doing that, and that's going to take a look at your current energy, your past energy, outside energies, things that are going on in your head, in the forefront and behind the scenes, a predicted final outcome, what's coming in your near future, things that you are hoping and fearing, as well as energy that you have best in your control is what that reading will look at, and I will clarify. Following that, I am going to get a few warning messages from one of my all-time favorite decks, the Hoodoo Tarot. All right, just to get some good advice and warning messages and a little history, because I'm a Gemini Venus and I love to learn. After that, I have my favorite deck of all time, the Edward Gorey Fantod pack, which is a bizarre, macabre deck that is meant to be absolutely ridiculous and just kind of lighthearted, weird Scorpio vibes for you. Okay, so yeah, this is this deck. It's a weird one. And I will read you the weird little messages that go with that. And after that, I'm going to give you all what you want, because everyone, I feel like, comes to my channel for love readings. That's what I'm the best at, but I don't hate doing them, but I want to steer people into more than just love. But you are getting a love reading today as well from the Romantic Tarot. This deck is also beautiful. I am an art reader if you've not been here before, so I use so many decks. I give you lots of different nuanced meanings for the energies, all right? So your love reading will come from the Romantic Tarot. Let's see. That is, yeah. So after that, that was the 11th deck. The 12th deck that I have for you guys, this is a cool one. I don't know if I've used it on the channel or not before, but I do think I did unbox it, so I'll leave you the link for that. It's called the Enchanted Spell Oracle. It's a medieval hedge witch, garden kitchen witch type oracle. It is very nature-based. It talks about plants and herbs. It also uses the Celtic zodiac, which is 13 signs, ironically enough. Scorpio energy there. A lot of the cards will have, those 13 goddesses that represent the 13 signs. They'll give the dates on there. So some of you might get very specific dates to look out for either people born during those dates or things that might be happening during those dates. They also give herbal remedies and like spell work kind of stuff. And I don't want to be like, you're really Harry Potter. No, this is like stuff my mom used to do. Like she would boil cinnamon sticks and orange peels and, bay leaves and things together. And she said it was to make the house smell good, but it was really for luck, abundance, and other things. It's got stuff like that, old school medieval hedge witch magic type stuff to help you manifest, all right, and work with the energies that are best at your disposal. So that is deck number 12, and we're going to close it out with, all right, a oracle card from the Mother Mary Oracle. All right, it is a beautiful, very spiritual deck. It has many emanations of the Virgin Mary and different, virtues that she represents. So I'm just going, and they're very, profound cards and meanings. So I really hope you tune in for the extended and go listen to what the book says, because they almost always bring me to tears. Like literally, like they're so inspiring. And I've been marinating this with a huge chunk of amethyst, because after the reading, I feel like that's going to be a good way to calm it down, is to offer you some comforting advice and kind of direction and a warm hug from Mother Mary. Okay. So hopefully you get a good little spell or, something to do here with the whatever spell oracle, and then Mother Mary will give you a pat on the back. So yeah. Okay. If you guys want to book a personal reading, that info is in the description box below as well. So yeah, that's an overview of all the decks we will be using. So I hope you stay and see this. It's going to be long. I got my cozy blankie, Cancer problems, get a blankie, get, something to drink. It's going to be a minute. All right, that was the decks. Let's go over the astrology type things that are going on right now. Why is this eclipse such a big deal? Why is this such a dramatic one? Why do we care? Why am I putting so much effort into this reading? This is a penultimate eclipse in Scorpio, all right, happening across, the Scorpio Taurus nodes. That's when eclipses happen, all right, is when the moon lines up specifically with one of the nodes, okay? This time it is lining up with the south node that is in Scorpio right now. So, nodes in astrology, your north node and your south node, are karmic, hugely karmic, okay? Your north node is kind of like your North Star. It's pointing you in the direction of your destiny. It's trying to lead you somewhere out of the darkness, all right? It's a guiding energy star. South node is past life karma, where you've come from, who you used to be, all right? Things like that. I am a Leo North Node and a Aquarius South Node. So the fact that I have had tumultuous relationships with, you know, Aquarians my entire life is indicative very much of my past life karma. I must not have been a very easy Aquarian in my past life. All right. So yeah, there's that. Nodes are highly karmic. These nodes are fixed sign nodes, which is even rougher because the fixed signs are the ones that do not bend. All right. There is no give. It's black or white. It's yes or no. It is sugar get off the pot. All right. It is like, you better do something, or you get this violent wake up call from Scorpio energy where death is, you know, exercised somewhere and forcing you to rebirth. Okay. The best advice I can give you astrologically for these is to roll with it and accept these endings with gratitude, because anything that's being removed from you or taken away from you at this point is for your greater good, whether or not you want to believe that or not, because a lot of you are probably going through a really brutal time. Trust me, all right? This is supposed to be a very sobering energy. Scorpio energy does not like fence riders. Scorpio rules the 8th house, all right, which rules death and taxes. The only two things in life that are certain, all right? Death and taxes. That's it. And that's Scorpio. Scorpio does not play, all right? This eclipse is happening, all right, around the 13 to 14 degree of Scorpio. So I suggest all of you take a look at your natal charts and see what, you know, placements you have around 13, 14 degrees Scorpio. I also highly recommend that you look around 3 degrees of Scorpio and Taurus for your north and south node, where the north and south node is currently. See what planets or houses, whatever these things fall in for you, that might guide you in a better direction as to what will be going on for you in a let go sense, okay? These don't have to be bad endings, but they're huge and they're dramatic and they're emotional, and, you know, they're very fixed sign, all right? They're very Leo, Scorpio, Aqua, Taurus. Like, if you know those energies, you understand they don't back down. They don't take a maybe. You have to decide, or it will be decided for you. It's like a parental energy from the universe, and they're smacking you in the face with something like a spoiled teenager, okay? So that kind of gives you a general overview astrologically, all right, about what's going on here. Now, I want to get into the Sabian symbols just very briefly, because if you get your girl on a Sabian symbol tangent, we'll be here until next week, okay? I am still trying to figure out a way to approach the Sabian symbols on my ASouthernStrega Studies channel and start having a discussion about them. But every time I feel like I've got a grasp, I get deeper in and I just keep learning about them. If you don't know what the Sabian symbols are, I do suggest you jump down that wormhole, especially, all right, to identify the degrees that you have planets and important placements in your birth chart, and correlate those with whatever the Sabian symbol is related to your placements, especially your personal planets. So like I said, I'm a 13-degree Scorpio moon, okay? The eclipse is happening on 13 and 14 degrees Scorpio. So we get to talk about my moon sign Sabian symbol today, all right? The symbols for 13 and 14 degrees Scorpio is, 13 is, you know, my sign, which is an inventor performing a laboratory experiment, okay? The one for 14 degrees is telephone lineman working on establishing new connections. All right, so the Sabian mysteries, basically, to sum it up, there was this psychic named Elsie Wheeler. She was disabled. She was a very gifted seer and psychic. She teamed up with Mark, what is his name? Is it Mark Edwin Jones? I can't, his name is escaping me right now. I'm sorry. Anyways, he sat down with all 360 degrees of the birth wheel, okay? So all the degrees of Aries, all of the degrees of Taurus, so on and so forth, and wrote each degree 1 through 360 on, you know, to represent the circle, on an index card, and he shuffled them all up, okay? And then he went somewhere with her in nature, okay? And he would randomly pick up a card, show her the number and the symbol, show her the number and the sign associated with it, like Aries 13. And she would immediately say what she channeled and what popped into her mind, okay? So every single degree in the birth chart has an associated Sabian symbol. And when I got into mine in my chart, let me tell you, it was like startling, some of the ones that I had, like startling, okay? So I do suggest that you research that for yourself. So anyways, all right, what do these Sabian symbols mean? 13 and 14 degrees, this lineman and the telephone connections and the, inventor inventing. Basically, Scorpio energy is hard to grasp, okay? The moon hates being in Scorpio. It's in its fall in Scorpio. It does terrible in Scorpio, okay? Which people like me who are blessed with a Scorpio moon, all right, on the 13th degree of the death card, mind you, which is even more hilarious for me. We tend to, our emotions are our downfall, all right? They can have us act like monsters. They can have us disconnect completely from reality. We have a tendency to be very inward, highly emotional, also highly psychic and intuitive, PS with a Scorpio moon. But it's not a great energy. It's a hard one to work with emotionally. Scorpio likes, like I said, likes black and white, yes or no. Love and emotions are not black and white. They're confusing. They're muddled. They are watery. Scorpio likes order, okay? There's a reason Scorpio doesn't, seem like a water sign. You don't associate a scorpion with water. You don't. And then the more evolved forms of Scorpio, we have, an air sign, basically. We have the eagle or the hawk or whatever you want to call it in the middle transformation. And then the final form of a Scorpio is fire, a phoenix. So Scorpio is like not even, it's like Aquarius. Everyone thinks they're a water sign, but they're not. It's kind of like that with Scorpio. Like, it doesn't make sense why Scorpio would be a water sign, because they seem very blunt and very harsh and very scary and very mean sometimes, all right? At least, not tame ones. But it's just, it is what it is, all right? And that's the energy of the eclipse that we're going through. It's uncomfortable. It feels very foreign. We have a tendency to get lost in these emotions, especially at the 13th degree. An inventor inventing. This is literally, pointing to the idea of somebody who lives their life in pursuit of their dreams and their lofty goals and imagination, all right? Because if you're an inventor, whatever you're inventing hasn't been invented yet. It's only in your brain, all right? Scorpio energy is very internalized. It is 8th house. It is secret. It is hidden, all right? Underworld energy, not for humans, all right? Same with inventors. It's all in their brain. We don't know where these ideas come from, but they have them, and that's that. So that's an indicator of, like, are you going to spend your entire life in pursuit of something that you cannot prove or that might never come to fruition? Like, how much, when does it become a dream and when does it become an obsession? Because Scorpio energy is obsessive in its bad form. And I will be the first one to testify that my Scorpio moon has made me crazy, all right? Crazy in the past. So we have to be very careful. Is this positive magician energy where we're taking that Ace of Wands and manifesting something new and good and positive? Or are we literally, delusional here? All right? There's no room for any kind of delusion here. Everything is going to be very blunt. All right? The best way I can put this energy is blunt. Blunt, like a jailhouse shiv. All right? So there's that. The transition from the 13 to the 14, all right, the telephone man lines, making new connections. You see all these workers that are connecting all these lines to allow all these people to communicate. It wants you to pay very close attention to who you are connecting to, who you are communicating with, how you are communicating. It's also an indicator for humanity as a whole that we're all becoming very much more connected, and we need to make sure that we, take care of those connections and use them for good and not evil. Scorpio likes justice, all right? Scorpio represents the judgment card. It's not just justice, it's judgment. Scorpio is like the, sentencer after the trial. I am a former lawyer. I'm still a lawyer. I'm still in good standing. I still have my license. I'm just not practicing currently. But I really like to explain this in a legal context that, the fool is basically on trial from the time he's, born until the judgment card in the world. His final outcome is determined after judgment. So Scorpio is the judgment card. That is a Scorpio card because Scorpio, it's death or life. They're going to live or they're going to die, basically. Figure it out. This is what this is. It's sink or swim energy. All right, is what I was getting with this. So I also wanted to discuss the Sabian symbols for the North and South node during this eclipse season. They are both at 3 degrees. One is Scorpio, South node, and one is Taurus, North node, okay? The South node for Scorpio, 3 degrees, is neighbors helping in a house raising. And then for Taurus, North node, it is natural steps leading to a field of clovers, okay? This, to me, the North and the South node here, the South node is, like I said, past karma. This is, people coming together as a community and helping a house raising, okay? House raising is when the community would literally get together for either a newlywed couple or a new member in the tribe or something like that. And they would all pull together their resources, their energy and everything to help these people get a house together, like build them a little house so they had somewhere to be. It was a sign of being welcomed into the tribe. It was a sign of community. It was, using your energy to collaborate with your community and to do great things to, further your community and, continue life on earth, like as a human in a society. Okay. So that's where we're coming from, a place of doing the right thing and trying to advance society and be part of it and help it along and be kind. And then we have this energy of like, if we were doing this in the past, if we were being community oriented and, being a team player, then North Node, our destiny, where we're heading, where we're supposed to be going towards, is these natural steps with the field of clovers. The fact that it's natural steps means that you don't have to build the steps, you don't have to work for them, that the universe literally just laid out a path for you to this field filled with luck, all right? Clovers are associated with luck and, money and gold and treasure and leprechauns and good luck, all right? So that's what that is. So you really need to be taking a look at how you've been acting in the past, how you've been treating your neighbors, your friends, your relationships, what kind of connections you're making. Are they positive? Are they going to advance your community? Would these people show up to help you build a house? Would they welcome you into their community? Really be looking at these things, because if these energies are not cooperative, if you're not being cooperative, if the people around you are not, like, they will be removed. This is judgment time coming in, okay? So that was a Sabian overview. Last thing about the astrology and why I feel like this is such an important reading is this cycle with this eclipse here. It started back in I want to say November 2021 when the Taurus, Scorpio nodes shifted and we started having eclipses on those nodes. That's when everything kind of started popping off with this. We had 2 major blood moon eclipses in rapid succession, like very close to each other. One was on May 15th, 2022. So almost a year ago to the day of this eclipse now. And then we had another one, November 8th, 2022, blood moon also. 2 blood moons. That was in Scorpio season, okay? And then we've got this one today on 5/5. And then we have another one, which is a partial October 28th of this year. That's on the Taurus moon and the Scorpio sun. And then the next blood moon, all right, is not until March 13th of 2025. So to me, and what I feel with my Scorpio moon, with this energy, is that kind of whatever you started off in mid 2021, all right, that is going to play out, or you're going to be reaping what you sow with that until, 2025, basically. So really, we're right in the middle of this energy, which is why this eclipse is so important. It's the turning point. Judgment is where we're at now. The next step is the world. The world is final. Judgment can go either way. Okay? So you're on trial right now. You've presented all of your evidence. So there's no time to like suck up or anything like that. It's like, you better have learned your lessons and you better make your decisions now. Okay? Because, that verdict is getting handed down, and we're going to, see whether or not you're going to get a good one or not. So that's why this is so important. Okay? Choices. It's all about choices. All right. So that covers all of my, Jesus, that was a 30-minute intro, y'all. I am going to be so tired tomorrow, but I am like geeked on this energy. Like I am, first of all, it's Mercury retrograde, so that's another reason why this eclipse is crazy. I was born during Mercury retrograde, okay? I have a 13-degree Scorpio moon, which is where this is all going down at. And I don't know, I just get like, I am a Cancer sun, so the moon literally rules me. So I'm here for it. I'm into it. I love moon energy. Even if you are not ready for the day, it cannot always be night. I don't like to plug Kanye because he's like, I think he's suffering from mental health. I'm not going to knock the guy. He's talented as all get out. But that song, Praise God, all right? God, what are the lyrics to that? We gonna praise our way out the gray, dark living, hopping out the graveyard, coming back to life. Oh, he's talking about we're just going to be thankful, all right, for this death. He's talking about praying your way and praising your way out of the depths of despair, coming out of the graveyard back to life, and being thankful for learning the harsh lesson of death and rebirth. Okay? It's a theme in all the religions. It's a Christ-like theme. So anyone on here saying I'm some Satanist can just suck it, first of all. Anyways, all right. Let's see. What order do I want to go in? I don't know. So I'm going to use my trusty little jar here that has all the zodiac signs mixed up in it. So I'm just going to let the universe tell me. All right, Libra, you ready? Let's get it on. Start with your moon energy. And again, if you guys want a personal reading, please go ahead and book one of those. And if you appreciate all this hard work that I'm doing for you for free, if you would like to send a donation, I am a struggling single mama with 2 little babies, and I would really appreciate it. Or, book that personal. All right, that was quick, Libra. Full moon in Taurus. Capricorn pulled a full moon also. This says your dreams need a practical plan. All right. Libra, you guys are very practical people. You always see both sides of the coin, and you always, know right from wrong. You kind of always know what the right thing to do is for whatever reason you don't. All right. Especially regarding your dreams. It's a full moon. All right. Whatever you want to manifest for yourself, whatever you're trying to get, whatever it is that you've been working towards, you don't have the clear path yet, okay? Can't wait to get to your, Enchanted Path Oracles or whatever those are called. Enchanted Map to see what's on your road, because I feel like something's wrong with the path here. Some of you guys might be shooting too far, all right? Moon energy is delusional. Full moon energy is lunacy. All right? You might be, whoa, dream big. It's like a little too big. You want to rein it in a little bit. It might not be practical at this time to, get what it is that you want right now. Full moon in Taurus, though, all right? It's a full moon in Scorpio. Taurus is at the, north node, though. It's the energy of the time, but you're in the opposite, all right? It's like you're fighting against the grain, okay? It's kind of what I feel like. It's achievable, though, all right? They wouldn't be telling you that you needed this practical plan if you couldn't actually achieve these goals with your practical plan. So you need to get into like Virgo energy with this. I know this is Taurus and it's Earth, but it's Earth and it feels Virgo. Virgos always have a good practical, sensible plan. All right. That's the kind of energy I feel like you need to be channeling here. It's also time to let go of old ways of doing things. Like the definition of stupidity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. I don't know if I showed you that card. There it is. Full moon in Taurus. Pay attention to the, you know, times of the year that the full moon is in Taurus. Look at that. Also look at your Taurus placements. Where are those? Those might be areas where we need to start, you know, planning better, strategizing better. You're an air sign. You have the ability to do that. I feel like you guys can't figure out which way to go because I feel like you can see value in two different paths right now. But the problem is you can't follow two at the same time. You got to put it all into one. All right? Narrow it down. Show me your, you know, planetary and zodiac energies. There it is. The sun in reverse. That's no bueno. Leo energy in reverse, sun energy in reverse. A lot of you guys are losing confidence, all right? When I see that you need a practical plan to your dreams, you're starting to feel unhappy, you're starting to feel frustrated, you're starting to feel unseen, you're starting to feel like, you know, you're not going to get anything you want, like you're getting colder, not hotter. It's like I got that hot cold game. You feel like you're losing ground. You can't see, you know, right now. The sun is obscured. It's a lunar eclipse, not a solar eclipse. Get out of your head about it. Don't lose faith here. I don't like the sun in reverse for you, though. That is, you know, a lack of joy. That is being in the dark. I said the same thing for Capricorn. Even if you are not ready for the day, it cannot always be night. You guys have something good coming to you. I feel it. I feel it. Give me your energy. What's the zodiac sign we're dealing with? Come on. There it is. Who are you? Aquarius energy, your fellow air sign. This is you being self-sacrificing. This is you putting your dreams on hold for other people. There's Leo in reverse. Yeah, you need to be the star. All right? You need to be the star here. You need to be the center of attention. You don't need to be the middleman like Libras are notorious for doing. You need to be selfish, which is not Leo nature. I mean, not Libra nature. Okay? It's not Libra's nature to be selfish. It's Libra's nature to be, you know, just and to do the right thing. Aquarian energy is very humanitarian. It's about doing what's best for the collective as a whole. It's being self-sacrificing. It is, you know, martyr energy, rebel energy. It's, again, going against the grain. It's doing things in an unconventional way. Aquarius energy is rebellious. It's Uranus energy. It's, you know, not the norm. It's not practical, all right? They're called the aliens for a reason. They don't make sense to a lot of people. You're getting really unhappy here. There's like a crossing of wires, okay? You feel like nobody understands you. You're tired of being misunderstood, and it's starting to, you know, sink you kind of into a depression, some of you, okay? You guys also don't see your uniqueness or the fact that you do have the ability to effectuate some kind of change and be of service to humanity and, you know, your fellow man or woman, whatever. Okay, let's get your energy for the Beltane Oracle. I was doing 5 shuffles for these for Taurus energy. Show me what Libra needs to know. Show me the energy of the season right now that is best serving to Libra currently. One more. I feel like I need to do a random. Give me one card for Libra. That's 2 cards. I'm not even going to look at them. I only take it if it's 1. It's all about intention. Reading tarot is all about intention and intuition. All right, give me 1 card for Libra. There it is. Primal. Interesting. Keep it simple, stupid. Primal is simple, right? Primitive survival. I've been binge watching like Alone and Naked and Afraid and shows like that lately. All these primitive survival skills and these people that just go out and live off the land and the earth. Primal. This is keeping it very simple. You're making something too complicated. you're overcomplicating something. You're getting in too much of an air sign energy, overanalyzing. You're going back and forth like a Gemini would instead of being the Libra who balances out all of those ideas that the Gemini has and the overwhelming amount of choices and actually makes the, you know, just decision on which one to take. You're like in Two of Swords energy. You're refusing to choose. They want you in primal energy. First of all, primal energy was all about survival and doing whatever it took to make sure that you didn't die. All right. You guys, again, like I said, you don't want to be selfish. You're trying to look out for the greater good. Aquarian energy, when they're wanting you to be primal, primal was very very focused on the immediate family, not the whole community, because there wasn't enough for that yet. All right. We didn't advance to that yet. We were still primal. This is the energy that you have at your disposal. All right. Tapping into your ancestors, look into your ancestry. What's going on with that? This is number 32. That breaks down to a 5. This is a complicated energy for you. 5, I said it in the Capricorn reading because it kept coming for them, is the most uncomfortable energy in the tarot. It feels like an ending. It feels like, you know, devastating energy. It feels very confusing and conflicting, but it's only the middle of the road. It's only the middle of the journey. It's, you know, you still got a lot to go. So this is concerning, okay? It says, there is no other way around but through the very truth that lives within you. A lot of you guys need to tap into whatever it is that your ancestors left you with. Summon up those energies to, you know, go primal. Go with your instincts. Primal is also very much about instincts and doing, you know, what is necessary in the moment. Not overthinking. If you overthought, you know, during primitive times, you'll get eaten, you know, by an animal, or you'll drown, or you'll die, or if you drink the wrong water, you know, dysentery. It's like, it's an immediate decision. There's no sitting on the fence with primal energy. It is like, it is now, and it has to be done because it's a necessity to survive. That's what they want you to be doing. Realize that these plans that you need to make, they need to make sense. They need to be practical. They need to be primitive. Primitive is practical and simple. You're overthinking. You're overcomplicating. All right? Stop doing that. Let's see. Let's get a message from your ancestors from the Universal Folk Oracle. What does Libra need to know? What do you guys want to tell Libra right now? That's quick. Hidden, number 13, Scorpio energy. 3 + 1 is also a 4. All right, we got 4 energy. Stability. It says wisdom, elementals, fairy, and uncover. You guys have a lot hidden from your ancestry, primal instincts, urges, all right, things that you suppress or things that you feel guilty about. I don't know, I get that. It's why you're trying to be this Aquarian energy. You don't have to pay for your ancestors' mistakes, but you know you can't repeat them. You were gifted a lot of, you know, ancestral wisdom that I feel like you have not tapped into. It says elementals, fairy, and uncover. 13 is Scorpio energy. Scorpio is the detective of the zodiac. They, you know, are the ones that will solve any mystery. You can't hide anything from a Scorpio. We know everything. I'm a Scorpio moon, P.S. So yeah, there's that. You need to like really tap into your inner wisdom. You have a lot of untapped potential that I feel like you don't realize. I feel like you're afraid to see that. A lot of you guys, like, you're totally just like losing faith in yourself. You need to get your mojo back, Libra. All right. What's next? Enchanted Map. We're doing 3 cards for the Enchanted Map. And then I'm going to clarify those with the Wild Unknown Tarot to try to clear up any, you know, confusion coming up for you. Show me what's coming up on Libra's path that they need to be aware of. What kind of energies are going to be showing up on Libra's path that you want them to know about? 1. You know why they don't want all these cards for your path is because your dreams need a practical plan, not a lot of plans, not a lot of info. They want you focused on one thing. They want you to, you know, if this is what you want, sit down and figure it out because they'll give it to you. That's too many. That's 3. I only need 2. Give me 2 more cards for Libra, please. 3 again. Can't do it. I can't do it. Like, I am so picky about this. My intentions are my intentions. 1, there it is. Rock bottom. Wow. I didn't even know that was a card in here. I barely have ever used this deck. Last one. There you are. Okay. On your path, we have rock bottom, number 10. Endings. 10 signify endings. Look at these 2 paths, though. It's the upside down. There are 2 paths. You're a Libra. You always know that there's another choice here. One of them leads to rock bottom, okay? 5 energy, 32. Magic prayer, all right? This is summoning your ancestors big time. It's also manifesting. Magic is the magician's area of the tarot. He can make anything appear, but you have to will it into existence. Prayer is willing something to happen. Relying on, you know, your guides, your angels, your ancestors, whoever you pray to. You also have storm fields. You guys are going to be facing some difficulties coming up here. I see storm fields, rock bottom, magic prayer. 9, 10, and 32, which breaks down to a 5. So 5, 9, and 10. That's going right from the middle of everything, being thrown right into the end. There's literally a tornado, all right, on this one. We're not in Kansas anymore, Dorothy. We've got these 2 paths. Are you going to walk into the storm? You're going to walk away from the storm? Magic prayer. If you call on your ancestors right now, they will appear. You can summon them and their powers and their energy and their protection, okay? You need to stop yourself before you hit rock bottom. And when these storms do arise, realize that the worst is over, all right? Rock bottom is here, but, and you know, until you hit rock bottom, there's nowhere to go but up, all right? You can only go up from here, Libra. But you have to be thankful. You still have to pray. You still have to ask for help. You guys have a hard time asking for help. You guys like to be the problem solvers, not the ones, you know, needing somebody to mediate or solve their problem or tell them what is just. You guys like to be the ones to do that. All right, let's clarify these. Why is rock bottom here, number 10? Oh, I was doing 3 shuffles and 3 cards, and I'm going to keep doing that. I'm trying to be consistent. Why is rock bottom here for Libra? The only way out is through, and it's going to be a rocky road. But, you know, what isn't? 9 of Wands in the reverse. 5 of Swords in the reverse. 3 of Pentacles. Death. There is a giant ending here. Something is, you know, reaching its expiration. It's bottoming out, and it's taking you down with it, okay? I see you wanting to fight against this. I see you, you know, almost falling into a victim mentality here. What they want from you, this upright card, the 3 of Pentacles here, is, you know, work with this energy. It feels like a mountain, but there's way over a mountain. Your girl was born in West Virginia. We drilled tunnels through mountains. We literally drive our car through mountains instead of having to go over them. We find a way. We persevere, all right? We literally break through the stone and make a path where there was not one. This is what they want you to do, but you're giving up. You guys are lacking confidence. The 5 of Swords in the reverse, this is you, like, you know, you don't even want to join the fight, all right? Because you feel like it's going to be unfair. You don't really even know what winning looks like right now. You're dropping your guard. You're not standing up for yourself. You're not fighting for, you know, you're not licking your wounds, all right? You're picking yourself up by your bootstraps. Like, 9 of Wands energy is the wounded warrior. The wounded warrior is tough because the wounded warrior survived the battle and is still standing. You're in the reverse with that. You feel like you're almost letting it take you out. This is like how diamonds are made. You know, coal is pressed to the, you know, breaking point to make a diamond. And this is what the universe is doing to you. And that is probably not what you want to hear right now, but I read what I see. Just know that whatever happens here, however bad it gets, you can make something out of this situation, all right? Why is storm fields here for Libra? Why is storm fields here for Libra? 4 of Pentacles. Hold on. Queen of Wands. Page of Swords in the reverse. They want to see what you do when you don't know what's going on. Page of Swords in the reverse is like a lack of information or acting on bad information. They want to see if you will hold on. Four of Pentacles, if you will stand your ground. Queen of Wands, if you will pursue what you want, if you will literally follow your desires. How much does this mean to you? How much does it mean to you? Are you still going to go through with it? Are you still going to hold on to it and, prove how valuable this is to you and really show effort and go after what you want, that Queen of Wands? Or are you going to let your lack of information or the fact that you don't know all the details hold you up or keep you from something? Because there are going to be hiccups here. You don't see these storms coming. You don't know how to get through them, but it's just telling you to just hold on. Just hold on. Hold on and keep pushing, all right? The Queen of Wands never quits. You can't tell her, all right, no, or that she can't have something, or that she will not succeed. She is the most confident queen. That's what they want from you during these times of storms. They want you to hold your composure and be, the most confident queen in these situations, even though you have no idea what's going on or how to solve the problem. Page of Swords in reverse. Magic prayer. Just like a prayer, no choice, your voice can take me there. Somebody can hear you when you pray. I don't know who this is. I feel like it's a person. Death. Eight of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Three of Cups. This is a resurrection energy. It's like praying something back to life. I keep quoting Kanye, and I don't like quoting Kanye, but like that song is so fire. Praise God song. Walking out the gray, dark living, out the graveyard, praising back to life. Praise God, something like that. It's like, you will not be beaten down. You will not yield, all right? Also, you determine the ending to this. When you finally ask for help here and acknowledge that you're overwhelmed, that's when you get the sweet release of death. All right? Death is not a bad card in the tarot. It's a great card because it means that some cycle that had expired or that was ready to be gone is over, and then you're granted some kind of a rebirth here. It's not an ending. It's a new beginning. Whatever you get from this, all right, when you ask for this help and you get the sweet release of death here, you get the Eight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. Big payouts, all right? You literally become money bags, all right? King of Pentacles is money bags. You're gaining something, all right? You're getting a lot of stability. This makes you 10 times stronger than you were going into it, all right? So just know that. Because it looks rough. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. This is kind of scary. I have my Lilith in Libra and my Mars in Libra. So, yes, I'm concerned as well. All right, let's move on now and do your Celtic, Slavic, that I call it. All right, we are going to use Santa Muerte and then clarify with the Ostara, death and rebirth. 13 shuffles for the death part. Old energy, things that have been going on. And then we're going to clarify it with the, rebirth part of, why all this happened. I don't even know how many that was. I can't even count. What does Libra need to know right now? Show me this energy, please. Sounded like someone was just walking on my roof. And no, I'm not crazy. I actually had a raccoon up in my, dormers in my house, like in my wall. We trapped him and released him somewhere far away from me. One more. I don't even know how many that was, but that was time to stop. All right, Libra, center of your energy right now. The Seven of Swords. Hope and reflection. Popping out the graveyard, living. I was just saying it. Praise God, Kanye West. Read those lyrics and the poem that's attached to it, all right? This is a stubborn energy. It's like looking at this death and this ending. He's in a coffin, all right? And he's coming out. So that's death and rebirth, literally. He's dead. He's in his coffin and he's coming out. He refuses to take this ending, sitting down. It says hope and reflection on the back of everything. Seven of Swords energy, you feel like you can get away with bad behavior. You feel like you can, mentally cheat. You can't, all right? In the middle of everything, the Seven of Swords, you can't cheat death. You can't lie about whatever this is. You realize that you're supposed to find the good in here and reflect on what happened and have hope that things will get better. But I keep feeling this energy of being defeated and losing hope. Seven of Swords, the guy literally like steals some swords and runs away from camp and expects to never be caught. Like no one's going to see this. Like someone will see, all right? Someone will see. You will get caught. Eventually you're going to have to answer for this behavior and running away like a coward. So a lot of you are in your heart. It's getting too hard. Rock bottom, Stormfields, it's getting too hard. You just want to leave. You want to go. But that's self-sabotaging energy. It's fight or flight. You need to stay and fight. Don't run from this. Knight of Cups. Crossing you. All right. Is that you not wanting to fess your feelings up about something? Or is this crossing you because, you don't have control over your emotions? Or is it somebody that is, coming at you in a very childish, emotional way? You got the Nine of Cups. That's the Six of Cups. You got the Six of Cups upright in your recent past. That's good. That's good soulmate energy. That is also you making peace with the past. All right. It's also you waxing very philosophically, not philosophically, waxing very emotionally and poetically about the past, having a lot of nostalgia here. A lot of you guys are getting like I'm feeling a depression with y'all. It's like a depression about how fast childhood went or like how fleeting that time was. Why didn't I take better care of that? Like, look, she's spilling all of these cups here. Like, it's all spilling out. Like, I let that go too fast, or I can never get that back. I can never get this water up off the ground that's spilled out here. I should have been slower with that. I'll clarify these again and figure out what's going on. Got the Sun on your mind. I love that. Your energy, though, is the Sun in reverse when we first pulled it. But I like this because this position in my readings, I wish you could see them. This is where your head is at right now. How your brain is working, what you're focusing on, what is driving you every day. What's driving you is the Sun. Gaining clarity, feeling happy, experiencing joy, coming out of the darkness, all right? Focusing on the light and the positive. So good, all right? This is a great mental space to be in. That's right where you should be, Libras. Coming up in the near future, the Knight of Wands. I like this. I kind of don't like it though also because the Knight of Wands is reckless. Your dreams need a practical plan. Knight of Pentacles energy, which is reliable, which will always get the job done and will always, never bail, never get distracted. The Knight of Wands rushes into things because he's just struck by passion and he wants instant gratification. He has to act on this feeling. It feels great. I'm going to go get it. I'm super inspired right now. But the second he gets it, he's not inspired anymore and he moves on to the next. That's not the kind of energy they want you in. They want you in stable, long-term energy. This is quick, fleeting, energy, unpredictable energy. And your subconscious, there's the Knight of Pentacles. You know this is what you need, so why are you exhibiting the opposite of that coming up? This position in my reading down here is the subconscious, all right? The little voice in the back of our head, the inner monologue that we want to turn off, that we don't want to hear, but we know is there, that kind of sabotages us. Knowing that you need this stable plan and this reliable energy here is holding you back, or like you're refusing to acknowledge that. So that's why things are failing, okay? And you're still like, you want this happiness, but you don't want to be patient for it. You want Knight of Wands. You want it right now. You want out of this, whatever. You want the good times back is what I feel with this. Here's the Four of Pentacles as the energy in the reverse, all right? That's in your control. Outside energy, strength. Hopes and fears, King of Cups in the reverse. Final outcome is the Two of Pentacles in reverse. It will ease up, all right? It will. You got Justice in the reverse. Didn't Capricorn have Justice at the bottom of theirs? I'm pretty sure they did. Your own energy in the reverse is at the bottom of your deck, all right? You guys aren't new, all right? You know what justice looks like. You know what the right and wrong thing is. So why aren't we doing that? You feel like things are very unfair right now, but a lot of that is like victim mentality in the middle of your reading. it's, you know, you understand that you want to be happy and you know kind of what that looks like, but you're rushing to get there. Part of the, you know, reason why you feel happy and excited about things is because you remember what it feels like to not be happy. You have to experience the bad to truly appreciate the good. You're having to experience the bad, all right? And you just don't want to sit with that. I feel like you need to. Hey. Four of Pentacles in reverse. This is the energy they want you to be aware of that is best in your control. This is the ability to let things happen naturally, to let go of control, to, you know, loosen up your grip on something, to basically get in some kind of like, you know, monk-like energy where nothing has value anymore. There isn't anything that is worth, you know, sitting there and guarding with your life forever and never moving and being immobile. And look at the art on this. She's literally like pulling puppet strings here, like pulling this guy out of here. She looks like Bridezilla. So that's the energy in your control, is to let things happen naturally, not try to force anything to stay or to remain, to let things breathe, all right? Outside energy, though, is the Strength card. That's hard, okay? When something is coming at you with the energy of a full-blown Leo, exercising strength and fortitude, and, you know, that's a strong, literally, strength, strong energy. It's hard to just bow down to that kind of Leo energy. You want to fight against it, you want to push back against it, but it's usually a losing battle because, I mean, they're showing strength upright. You're showing a lot of weakness here, all right, and self-doubt. That's not going to stand up against this lion energy, okay? It's like you almost like need to let somebody else lead for a second, or just let it roll. You can't fight whatever's coming here. It's too strong. You just have to, you know, batten down the hatches and sail through it, because this is not your energy. This is outside energy. It's energy, literally the Strength card is what's influencing you from the outside. It's something literally trying to strengthen you physically, mentally, spiritually, whatever. This energy is meant to toughen you up, and it's here, and you can't avoid it. I don't think you like this. You're not very confrontational. You want to settle the dispute, you know, right? You don't want to engage in it. The Libras are not the litigators. They're not the lawyers in the case. They're the judge that, you know, says, okay, good arguments on both of you, but here's the fair thing that we do. This is more like, you know, you're part of the conflict. You don't want that. You don't want that smoke. Your hopes and your fears are the King of Cups. Outwardly showing emotion, sharing emotion with somebody. This is something that you very deeply want, but at the same time, that terrifies you. All right, we'll clarify to see why that is, but only you would know that. Why are we afraid of expressing our emotions? All right, there were good feelings here in the past. Now we're starting to like look back at the past, like maybe that was like crap, or maybe we can never feel that again. That energy is gone. Those cups have been spilled out, like it's not even available anymore. I don't think that that's true. I do like this coming up with the Two of Pentacles in reverse here. Things feel less confusing. The Two of Pentacles is like having too much on your plate, like needing to make a choice, needing to eliminate an option so that you can actually focus on the thing you need to focus on. This is you coming up with a practical plan. That is Earth energy. Two of Pentacles is where you're still weighing options like a Libra would and tossing around different ideas and different, you know, dialogues about something. This is you not doing that anymore. You're no longer going to do that. You're going to like pick a way and you're going to stick with it, I feel like, and go with it. And that's good because that's what they're begging you to do. Come up with a practical plan. All right. I feel like you're doing that. Don't be afraid of hurting anybody's feelings either. I feel like this Strength energy is trying to push you further from your dreams, or trying to tell you, tear you down, tell you that it's stupid, all right? Or it's just something that you could never do, and you're starting to get discouraged. So stop doing that, okay? You don't live your life to please other people or to make them happy or proud. You do it, you know, for yourself. All right, we'll do 5 shuffles for these and clarify, all right? Starting with this nasty Seven of Swords. That's my least favorite card in the tarot of all of them. Literally my least favorite, Seven of Swords. Because you end up regretting it so bad because you know better. Chariot in the middle of everything. It's all just a game, all right? The Chariot is, you know, the armor that protects the soldier in battle. The Chariot means you're going to battle. You know in the heart of everything that this is a war and that you need to, you know, pony up like the Chariot would and defend yourself and move quickly, all right, into a safer spot. But Seven of Swords, we don't want to do that. We want to run from the battle. Seven of Swords is literally the soldier running from the battle and stealing the weapons because he doesn't want to fight anymore. But the war is not going to stop, all right, because you sneak away with 2 of the swords. That's what he doesn't get. Like, he feels like he's getting away with something or he's going to get what he wants, but he's not. Like, it doesn't solve the problem. The war is still going to happen, whether or not those 2 swords are there or not. So this is what this is. You know that this is, it's time to play, all right? It's a game of chess, not checkers. Knight of Wands here in your near future, that's checkers energy. That's quick energy. You need to be playing chess here, and you know it. Strategic, slow. Crossing you, 7 of Wands. Chutes and ladders. 7 of Wands energy is having to, you know, defend what is yours. It's having to put up boundaries. It's, you know, coming under attack or defending from attack. One or the other. Or launching an attack, all right, from, you know, fortified boundaries here. This card, I read art, okay, if you haven't been here, that's why I'm different. This is like Chutes and Ladders game. It's like 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. It's like every time you feel like you're doing something to protect yourself, it's actually setting you back. And that's getting very confusing, all right? You don't know what, you know, is in your best benefit to some extent with some of you. That's crossing you, all right? You need to figure that out. And that was clarifying the Knight of Cups. This is like a back and forth with another person, all right? It's like 1 minute you feel like you're climbing the ladder and you guys are getting somewhere, and the next thing you know, you hit that slide and it's like you're back to square one again. You want it to be like it was in the old days with this 6 of Cups because this energy felt good. But for whatever reason, you keep trying to get to there and it's like it won't let you because you've already experienced that phase with them. All right, recent past, we have the 7 of Cups in the reverse. This is crazy. You got the 6 and the 7 now. 7 in reverse. This is you realizing what real love is, all right? What it really feels like to be unconditionally loved. The 6 of Cups is an unconditional love. It's a childhood love. It's a, you know, very innocent love. That is no longer confusing to you anymore because you have experienced it, all right? It was true. That's no longer confusing. 7 of Cups in the reverse. You're no longer doubting whether or not you understand this dynamic. That dynamic is true. You did have a soulmate here. You did have, you know, it's still there too. I feel like it. I feel like you just recently had this epiphany, or you might have just recently come back into contact with this person or were reminded of this person. This might be the reason for this sun on your mind, why you're so happy and joyful, because you do realize that you do have people that care like that, and that you do understand what that looks like, and that you know what to look for now, okay? All right, this is not good. King of Swords in reverse is clarifying your sun card. You know you want happiness. You know you want joy. You know you want to turn the lights on and stop being blinded by things. But King of Swords in reverse has no idea how to do that. He sabotages himself. He comes up with terrible plans. This is not a, you know, practical plan. The King of Swords in the reverse is going to do something impractical and, you know, detrimental to his cause. He's not going to do the right thing. So you think that you're going to ruin everything, all right? You also feel like it's impossible to get what it is that you want, or to, you know, feel this sunshiny feeling. That's all in your head, Libras, okay? Let's see. Knight of Wands coming up is the Fool in reverse. Stupid, all right? Stupid to jump into something again. Stupid to just chase, you know, urges. Knight of Wands is not practical. You need to be being practical, grounded earth energy right now, not chaotic fire energy. Fool in reverse is Aries energy in reverse. All right, this is like a, you know, a baby with a machete. All right, it's like you should not have these things. This is dangerous. Nothing good will come of this. This is a rash decision. We're rushing into something, and it's not going to end well. Okay, this is not the way you start something new here. You also have to be very patient. All right, do not jump into any new opportunities without really mulling them over. I see this energy of you just wanting to get somewhere and do something where you don't even think about the repercussions of what those actions might entail, okay? This Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady is boring to you, all right? There's the Hermit. You know this is something you need to work on. Patience, having faith. The Knight of Pentacles, yes, he always gets to where he's going and he's dependable, but he is also slow. I'm talking turtle, elderly turtle, you know, slow. You don't like that, all right? Libras want swift justice. They want a speedy trial. They don't want a lengthy one, a dragged out one. They want to get to the bottom of everything, sort out the facts, deliver the verdict, and move on. This is not that. This takes reflection, Hermit. It takes patience, Knight of Pentacles. It's slow, and you know that, all right? But you don't want to address that. It's like you don't want to accept the fact that this is going to take way longer than you thought it would. If you really want to achieve this goal or this dream or whatever this is, a practical plan is one that is slow and steady and will win the race, okay? That's what is required of you now. 4 of Pentacles in the reverse here with the 2 of, what is that? I can never tell if that's swords, wands, cup. It's not cups. 2 of wands. Anyways, get out of your own head, all right? Bird cage here. The bird is, you know, the bird's on the outside. She's on the inside. The cage is open. She's got her arms. She could free herself. But instead of like removing herself from whatever this mental prison is, this has got to be like a 2 of swords. I don't know. It's like instead of removing yourself from whatever this blockage is, this, you know, dichotomy that you're in, you're distracting yourself. Like, just fire energy here. She's like just staring at this little bird instead of paying attention to the fact that she's trapped. Like, she has now become the caged bird. This is also seeing things from other people's perspective. Look up that poem. I think it's Maya Angelou. I Know Where the Caged Bird Sings. Because it's sad, all right? Because it's not supposed to be there. You're a fish out of water with something. You need to let go of that. You need to also stop feeling like you're unwelcome or like you're trapped or you're being restrained. You have the means to get yourself out of whatever this is. You just have to tell yourself that, and you actually have to believe it, all right? I feel like so many of you are like losing faith in yourself and your abilities and your, you know, the fact that you can actually achieve happiness. Don't do that. Strength is here because the 8 of Wands in reverse. This is an uncooperative energy. These are things coming out of nowhere, all right? 8 of Wands energy is a surprise. It's fast. It's unexpected. It's not planned. It's usually not comfortable. In the reverse, it's definitely not comfortable. And strength energy, these are things being forced onto your path that are deliberately uncomfortable and unexpected because they want to see how you're going to handle it. You can try all you want to fight against whatever this is, but this will happen and it will, you know, be uncomfortable and it will keep happening until you learn how to deal with it, until you learn how to persevere and overcome it. But just know that this is tough energy that doesn't belong to you, that's working against you right now, I feel like. But it's testing you. I mean, it's going to make you a better person eventually. I know it doesn't feel like it. I get this energy. Like, it's a lot of work, all right? And it's not sure that you'll actually ever get there. And a lot of you guys have been, you know, beat down emotionally in the past where you feel like you're like incapable. King of Cups is here because of the 5 of Pentacles. That's why you're like sketch about, you know, getting into another love situation, putting yourself out there, actually like taking action towards your feelings like a king does, because you're afraid of the abandonment, all right? What you hope and you fear is abandonment. A lot of you guys, it's like easier just to be alone because at least then you're not being abandoned. You're choosing to be alone, all right? Something you want, but it's also something you fear. Take it as it resonates. Your 2 of Pentacles in the reverse is the High Priestess in the reverse. 6 of Cups in the reverse is on the bottom of everything. Whatever that situation in the past was, where you felt safe, you felt loved, you felt understood, you felt like you had a soulmate here, that's at the bottom of everything is like the fact that that's gone now. Or that you don't have that energy, okay? You guys are like basically, I do feel like this is good, all right? I usually don't like to see the High Priestess in the reverse. But in this case, I do, for several reasons. I'm going to tell you why. For number one, the High Priestess doesn't talk. She doesn't verbalize. She doesn't speak everything. She internalizes everything and intuitively feels things out. And that's how she moves through the world, the universe. You guys need, to not be otherworldly, not you need to be externalized. You need to do something practical, tangible, right? For your dreams to come true here. Not just dream them up in this dreamy, weird high priestess, 12th house fantasy energy. You're coming out of that. And that's why you're losing the confusion. Your intuition to some extent is failing you right now. It's leading you down. It's like kind of like, it's that doom and gloom energy. It's like trying to scare you, all right, into submission somehow, or trying to, trick you into thinking that you lack something, or that you're inadequate, or that you're incapable. You're very capable, Libra. You are. You're an air sign. You're crafty. All right. So that was your little Slavic/Celtic cross. Hope that was helpful. Next, we are going to take a look at the Hoodoo Tarot and get a couple warning messages, and then move on to the ridiculous of the Fantod pack. I am having the hardest time sorting these cards because they are so similar looking. Put away this Santa Muerte. Get to the Hoodoo. I'm doing 3 random messages from the Hoodoo for you guys to be aware of. Let's do it. All right. Let me just make sure I didn't throw any of the wrong cards. Doesn't look like it. Good for me. All right. All right, Libra. Let's get you some random messages from the Hoodoo Tarot today. What does Libra need to know right now? Oops. What does Libra need to know the most right now? What do you want to tell Libra? The Garden, which is the World in the reverse. The Chariot, Railroad Bill in the reverse. The Page of Cups, Daughter of Baskets in the reverse. What is all this reversed energy? Upside down. 2 of Wands in reverse. Who took the wind out of your sails, all right? Page of Wands, the Page of Cups in reverse is hurtful, emotional, childish communication, selfish, bratty, spoiled, like energy that just wants to do damage, all right, on an emotional level. Whatever this damage done to you was, left you feeling 2 of Wands in reverse. Like you have no options. Like the world is not at your fingertips. It's like crushed you, all right? Don't ever lose your dinosaur. If you've seen Step Brothers, you'll get that reference. Don't lose your dinosaur. Don't lose your sense of wonderment. Your 6 of Cups from childhood. That, wonder about the world, that excitement, that innocence, all right? Someone took it from you. Some of you, it got taken from you. You've not worked through this, all right? You've not defeated this monster. The World in reverse, Chariot in reverse. You're not protecting yourself from this energy. You're not closing out this cycle. You're still allowing this energy to talk down to you and make you feel some kind of way about yourself. You're still allowing this energy to, make you feel like you're worthless and that you don't have any other choices but the sad rock bottom or whatever. It's like an abusive energy, all right? Mentally abusive. It's very, I don't like this energy. It's also you just giving up, all right? Railroad Bill represents the Chariot card in this deck. Railroad Bill is a real person, all right? He was a fugitive. He was more like Robin Hood, though. He was like stealing from the rich and giving it to the poor. And the government couldn't catch him. He eluded them for years. There were plays written about this man. It was big time news back in the day. He was, an elusive criminal. He would hop the rails and ride the railroads around the, the U.S. He would have shootouts with the law. He would defy, bravery and all sense of rational judgment. He was not afraid, all right? He kept moving. He never stopped. He never gave up. He never folded. He had people shooting at him and wanted posters everywhere, and he kept persevering. Do you have that kind of energy? You don't right now, and that's what they want from you. If you want it, you have to fight for it. You can't just lay down and die when it gets hard and quit. You go back to the drawing board and you come up with your practical plan. Okay? Okay, 2 more messages from the Hoodoo. What else does Libra need to know right now? Oof, 10 of Wands in the reverse. You're about to give up on something. Justice, Dr. Buzzard. It is an unfair situation, all right? That's your energy, Justice. But Dr. Buzzard here, okay? This is the Hoodoo Tarot. It's representative of, you know, slave times, African-American people, descendants. These people could not get justice, all right? There was no justice for Black people in those times. Dr. Buzzard knew that, all right? He was still an attorney. He still had to go to court and fight for his clients, but he knew that the courts were never going to give him a fair shake. He knew that the deck was already stacked against him. He did not give up, though, all right? Despite knowing that the odds were almost impossible, he was a root worker. He would chew galangal roots, or he would, you know, work roots on witnesses or whatever. He would get his justice, all right? Because he knew that if he didn't go out and do it himself, then it wouldn't come. He was a go-getter. He was a doer. This is too hard for you to, you know, like 10 of Wands in reverse here. Like, you don't want that burden. You don't feel like you're giving up because you do see how unfair it is. And you're not wrong. This is not a pity party energy. You're correct. There is something unfair. Whenever you see Dr. Buzzard show up, there is a lack of, you know, proper justice or channels to get your proper justice. So you have to make a new channel. This is what you guys need to do. You need to find a workaround. All the traditional means of getting what you want have been exhausted. So you're just like, well, that's it. That's it. No, Dr. Buzzard would never say that's it. He would go conjure up some root and get what he wanted. All right. He always got his justice. Always. The Star card is here with the 10 of Wands in reverse. This is fixable. Star. This is fixable. Your dreams are still possible. They're still here. All right, but you have to shoulder the burden. This 10 of Wands card is talking about how close she is to getting to this flower that she's been laboring forever to go get up this mountain. You're quitting right before you touch the petal. That's how close you are. And you're about to tap out. It's still fixable because look what happens. I read arts. She's trying to get that little red flower, and look what she's holding in her hand, the red flower. You get what you want in the end, but you need to show your fight. You need to show your strength. There's nobody better than to, well, actually, you know what? That's wrong, because you guys want traditional justice as a Libra. You don't want Dr. Buzzard's, you know, backhanded justice, which wasn't backhanded, though. You have to realize that things really were unfair. If you have a corrupt court system and you're going against their rules, are you the corrupt one? No, you're not. You're just one trying to right the wrong and work within a very unfair system. You are placed fish out of water energy in a very unfair position. So don't lay down and die, you know, figure it out. Easier said than done, I'm sure. Last message for Libra, what is it? You feel like you can't win, but you can, all right? Dr. Buzzard always won. You don't like your options that you have. 4 of Cups, Judgment in reverse, the Tower, and the Ace of Wands. This takes a lot of effort, whatever this is. You know what you need to do and you don't like it. You understand that these things are for your benefit, but you don't like it. You don't want to look at it that way. You kind of just want to be sad about it for a little while. Do all you want. The Tower is still coming down. Here's the Tower. Rose-colored glasses on there. You got Judgment in the reverse. And Bones. And you got the Ace of Wands in the reverse. The longer you fail to act here, the longer you fail to pick up the Ace of Wands and get inspired by this trauma, the worse it gets. You guys are feeling like if you sit in this place of stagnancy right now, this Tower card, that, the Tower won't fall, that, it's really not that bad yet. I don't have to do anything yet. This is not something that can wait. This is an urgent energy. It needs to be done now. It is worse than it seems, all right? To some extent, this Tower card is about, somebody's looking at this slave master's mansion through rose-colored glasses, so it just looks like the pretty little plantation antebellum farmhouse that it is, when really it's like a terrible nightmare. Like, you have been, I can't stress it enough, like, I just feel bad for you because I feel how unfair things have been. And most people would hit rock bottom and break under those circumstances. But it's like, you don't have that option. You got to keep pushing. Keep it pushing, Libras. All right, let's lighten it up with a little bit of weird humor here and get your little Fantod pack card. See what that is. You got the bottle. I don't know what that derpy little animal is in there. This is you. You feel like Genie in a bottle. You're a genie in a bottle. Genie was trapped in that bottle, but Genie found a workaround. She manifested herself ways out of there. She would trick people into summoning her, or, you know, she would always get her way. She found a workaround. You couldn't keep her contained. Also, this is like your wish is being granted, but you have to ask for the wish. You have to say the wish to the Genie to get it. You guys are playing small. You're allowing yourself, you're bottling things up, literally, like bottling up emotions. The longer you do that, the, you know, bigger this bottle gets, and like the harder it is to get out, okay? Also, just so you know, think about science here. You're in this bottle that's empty. You want out of this bottle and you can't reach the top. The best way to, you know, reach the top is to start filling it with water, all right? Until it buoyancy takes you up to the top and you can climb out. You know how you produce water in a situation where you feel like, you know, you've lost it all? You cry it out. You feel the emotions. You let the water energy fill up until it strengthens you so you can climb out of the hole that you're in. Let's see real quick what this book says about the bottle. Let's see. Ladder, limb, child, insects, effigy, plant, waltzing mouse, fern, seed, bundle. The bottle, the month is December, all right? It deals with melancholia. What did I say? The depression, itching, unfortunate publicity, a disregarded warning, irregularity, an accident on a bicycle, loss of feeling, flukes, vexation, intrigue, abandonment, we picked up on that, and frustrated hopes. That's your plans not playing out the way they were supposed to, all right? Not wanting to, you know, come up with a new practical workaround. All right, that was your weird little Fantod message. What's next? Oh my God, romantic. Jeez, this is already, I'm going so over on these. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I don't know why I thought I could get like 12 hours worth of content made. All right, let's do the romantic tarot. And we will do your quick little you versus them. All right, show me what's going on between Libra and their romantic interest right now. I'm doing 6 shuffles for the lovers. What's going on with Libra and their person currently? Last one. Show me past, present, and future, as well as the connection. Recent past on one side, we have the 10 of Swords in the reverse. Wake up, all right? Stop letting this die. Wake up, you know, put in some effort here before this fizzles out. 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. This is somebody's internal energy, all right, in the recent past entering into this connection. This is somebody who had an ending that they did not want to happen, a super painful one. This is somebody who felt a void. All right, 5 of Pentacles is left out in the cold. This is somebody who was ghosted, went through a very traumatic breakup, all right, and now is, you know, feeling alone, desolate, empty, like they've been spiritually bankrupt. And this isn't what you all did to each other, I don't feel like. This is the energy that you entered into the connection with. This is not energy to enter into a love connection. This is a broken person who is struggling with loss and sadness and abandonment. The worst thing that you can do at that point, all right, is jump into another connection without healing from this one. Currently, we have the Fool for this person, and we also have the Moon in the reverse. Delusion here, all right? The moon in reverse is literally lunacy. It is not being able to get a grip on reality. It's allowing your imagination to run away with you. It's, you know, seeing and hearing things that don't exist. It is crazy energy, all right? It's a lot of emotional confusion. It's being blinded by emotions. It's being misled by emotions. That is creating, you know, somebody to jump into this energy of the fool, where we're just going to hop in without thinking. This is a careless, stupid energy, all right? Stupid, love-drunk energy. Because there's all this abandonment and this pain and this hurt. So we started this, whatever this was. Now we're going to keep continuing it, because guess what? The moon in reverse is still here because we didn't work through the confusing emotional pain that was in the past when we got into this connection. So here it is, rearing its ugly head in the current situation. Now we have the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Shocker, we can't be stable here. We cannot commit here. We can't be dependable. We can't be reliable. Oh, geez. 5 of Cups. Regret, emotional regret, drama, fighting, you know, loss, anger, all right? Losing control emotionally. This is such a childish energy here. It's like just a complete avoidance of problems, pretending like we don't have any control over our own actions. It's like letting our emotions get the best of us. King of Pentacles is cool, calm, and collected. He would never be acting out of pocket here, getting in a fight, like slap boxing with somebody at a formal event. I see somebody losing their cool, though. They're becoming unhinged. You get this full energy. They add the crazy lunacy of the moon. And then, you know, here, we have an unhinged King of Pentacles. That is not practical. That is not, you know, sound or dependable. Towards the connection in the recent past, we had Temperance in the reverse. Duh, what did I say? Broken, abandoned. Of course they're in Temperance in reverse. Everything's out of whack. Nothing seems fair or balanced or peaceful, all right? They couldn't get peace on their own. They didn't know how to heal on their own. Is this you or the other side? I don't know. Take it as it resonates. This is somebody who doesn't know how to self-soothe. So they look for soothing and they look for comfort in the, you know, arms of another person. Has to be able to mommy yourself like an empress and put yourself back together and kiss your own wounds and, you know, fix it. Now we have the 10 of Wands in the reverse. This temporary fix, this temporary band-aid, this temporary attention, whatever's going on here, it lessens the burden of the pain, all right? But it still keeps you in this full energy, and it still comes with the lunacy of the moon. Somebody's very delusional right now, thinking that, yeah, fool, I'm just going to act like I don't care about anything and just jump right into this, and consequences be damned. At least I won't feel crazy anymore. That's wrong. You're going to get broken here. Something will be broken. And this looks like the Wheel of Fortune when it comes out in the reverse here. Meaning, here we go again, in this cycle again. All right? Trying to fill an emotional void. All right, towards the connection in the near future, we have the 2 of Pentacles. Childish, confusing, unstable, all right? Too many options, not choosing any of them. Page of Wands in the reverse here. Not being able to articulate what we really want to articulate, so we're just going to act on pure fear instinct, all right? Because fire is instinct and internal drive. This abandonment, all this stuff, it's like somebody will say any and everything, Page of Wands in reverse, to convince somebody to get excited about something, all right? This guy's like a slick talker, all right? He's going to say any and everything to get somebody to bend to their will and to, you know, do what they want, okay? All right. Other side here, we have the 4 of Pentacles along with the 6 of Swords. Both of you, all right, are coming out of a situation where you've not detached from the other person. Look here in this 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles is about holding on to something for dear life because it's a treasure to you. You see this man creeping in the back here, staring at this woman? He hasn't let her go. He's still fixated on her. He's still focused on her. He's still, you know, holding a place. That was going on here. Somebody was holding a place for somebody else, 6 of Swords, but trying to act like they didn't. Trying to let go of the fact that, you know, they were still latched on to someone else. Somebody, this side over here that we just talked about, they completely got broken up with, ghosted, abandoned, and left. Other side here, I feel like also got a breakup of some sort, and they want to forget about it, but they can't. They can't, you know, let go of the energy of whatever this was that was so valuable. But entering into the connection, that's what they were trying to do. They were trying to, Six of Swords, sail away to something more calm, all right? And away from whatever this was that they had a death grip on. In the current situation, they're showing the Death card in the reverse, as well as the Queen of Pentacles. This person is very controlling in relationships, I feel like. It's like there's one certain way that they want things to be. They hold on to this. They also hold on to a crazy ideal about commitment and relationship, and they won't let that go. It's like they know that they need to disconnect from that and put it in the past and, you know, figure out a more conducive way to be in a relationship. But they can't do that. They can't put that to bed. Death in the reverse. They're also still, I read it like I see it. Queen of Pentacles is the wifey. I feel like this is the wifey back here. They look the same. They're still holding on to another connection. They still haven't let that die. They're still in love with somebody else. Other side here that we talked about first, I don't feel like they're still in love with the other person because there was so much pain and hurt and betrayal that they don't want anything to do with that other party. They just want to forget about it and fill the void with somebody new that will take the pain away. Other side here wants to go back to someone else, I feel like. Near future, yes, Six of Cups in reverse. Rejecting, going back to something from the past that hurt us. Nine of Wands in the reverse. Opening ourselves up to that. Allowing that to break us, all right? Not going to survive this battle because whatever this past trauma is, these bad, you know, taste in their mouth, this Six of Cups in reverse here, is going to end up, you know, being their downfall. And all of these cards on this side, all right, there's a chick spying on two people kissing here. There's three women here, you know, looking at these guys, like, who are they going to choose? There's, you know, somebody spying here. It's like a very sneaky energy here. Somebody wants to be somewhere else. And then the other side just wants to be anywhere but the pain that they're in. It's like both of you are escaping for different reasons. Neither one of you, I feel like, are each other's first choice. And this is ridiculous. Towards the connection in the recent past, here's the Magician. But they really sold somebody on this, that they wanted this to come together. But here's the Hangman. That's very contradictory energy. To go from the very action-oriented, enthusiastic magician who can literally, you know, pull a rabbit out of his hat and make anything appear out of thin air, to the Hangman who does nothing. All of a sudden, we're all enthusiastic, and now we're just withdrawing and like stagnancy, doing nothing, refusing to change our opinion on anything or act any differently. Now we got the Two of Wands to the Two of Pentacles here. This isn't stable. It wasn't stable going in. It won't be stable going out. Knight of Swords for them to your Page of Wands here. It's just like you guys are both trying to think your way out of having to process pain and endings. And there's no way that's going to happen. This is like, I keep saying with this eclipse, all right, that Scorpio energy, they need you to feel the death so that you can get the rebirth. You guys are trying to avoid these deaths like nobody's business in this love connection right here. It's like we refuse to swallow these endings. We refuse to acknowledge that we were hurt. We refuse to heal from the pain. We're just going to keep continuously putting ourselves in peril and, you know, allowing ourselves to get into situations that are emotionally unsatisfying. All right. I call it like I see it. And this doesn't look great. All right. I don't ever say anything's impossible or that I can predict the future because I can't. You have free will. You guys can work on these abandonment issues and this, you know, being stuck on something you can't have and whatever this is, learning how to gracefully accept, you know, death and endings. That can be done if you want it to be done. But you have to want to do it. I don't feel like either one of you do because it sucks, all right, to do shadow work and to really sit with pain. It's not a fun thing, but God, that's something Scorpio demands. They want you into the abyss, into the unknown, into the underworld that Scorpio represents. They want you to go to that scary place, to the dark place, so that you can find your way out and realize that there's still light at the end of the tunnel. All right, last two cards we're going to pull for you guys. Your Enchanted Spell Oracle, and then your Mother Mary. What does Libra need to know right now? Or what advice or guidance do you have? That was fast. Intellect. You are smart enough to figure this out, all right? But sometimes your intellect, I feel like, might almost be a downfall. You might be too smart for your own good. Some of you, that's why you're having problems, coming up with a practical plan, because you keep having more ideas and each one seems better than the other. Also, your intellect is one of your, your biggest strengths. The plant here is Hazel. The dates are August 5th through September 1st. Summertime, Leo time. Leo and Virgo energy here. It's like a balance between the fire and the earth. The inspiration, the courage that a Leo has, and then the, practicality of a Virgo energy that will actually take those grandiose ideas of a Leo and then transform them into something, stable and concrete, like a Virgo would, and get it done. So Virgo gets it done. That's what they want from you, all right? Or that's your advice. Also, Pisces energy is very, and there's Libra, there's justice on the mind. Libra, Pisces energy, hard. All right, there's that. Make sure you turn into the extended and get the book reading, because I will read you, what the book has to say and give you the little recipe for the spell that they have in there and the incantation and all that stuff. Whew, but I can't do that on this one. All right, it's too much. All right, Mother Mary Oracles. By myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. My broken-hearted people living in a world of pain, there will be an answer, let it be. All right, Mother Mary, who is here to support Libra right now? You. You have Our Lady of Divine Presence. This is you feeling like you've been abandoned by your spirit guides, because I do feel like, you got rock bottom and storm, like storm fields. That's hard energy, and it's almost enough to make you start smiting your gods or being spiteful towards them, or, asking why they're punishing you. They're not, all right? They only put you through things like that to make you stronger, to build you up, because they know you can handle it. They never give you more than you can handle. And I know it does not feel that way. I feel it. You guys are like so close, some of you, to just tapping out. But listen, your guides are there. They're even more present during the trying times. This is number 14. That breaks down to a 5. Crazy, chaotic energy. Temperance, though, is the angel after death. There is, the dawn is coming. Even if you're not ready for it, all right? Can't always be night up in here. Gotta face that sun eventually. Wake up. Pull those curtains open. All right, Libra, that's what I got for you guys. Super long reading, and I love y'all so much. Again, if you appreciate my work and you want to support, please either send a donation. It's in the description box below how to do that, or book a personal reading with me to make sure that I can keep bringing you these readings for free. All right, because baby's got to eat. Yeah, so there's that. And please don't miss the extended. Love you, Libras. I will catch you on the next one. Bye.